was looking for a rental property and noticed that Martin Jarrah was a local estate agent and saw lots of signs popping up around. So I noticed they might have a property around which I can rent. Looking on their website, I noticed a couple of properties available for rent. And when contacted them through the contact form, Vince came in my inbox and contacted me to do a viewing. And here I am. What I really, really, really liked about Martin Jarrah, and especially Vince, is the human touch, the follow-up, keep in touch, keeping me updated. And that's very helpful when you're in the stresses of finding a property, going down the routes towards referencing any other little details that are very stressful when moving. And I find that Vince and his team at Martin Jarrah were amazing in updating me and communicating every change that was coming up, and in a very polite, very professional, but very kind manner. And that was something I've compared to other estate agents, truly, with my 10 years experience living in London. That was something that was very impressive. And that's truthfully an impressive note of them. So, and maybe that's why they are very known, maybe locally, with the people around us. And in fact, when a couple of other local parents and friends around me were asking, where are you renting through? I mentioned Martin Jarrah, and I said, oh yeah, the blue sign. So yeah, that's actually, without them knowing, maybe very good feedback. Truthfully, compared to other agents, communication with Vince was really good. And he, as when viewing the property initially, he confirmed, called, followed up, and I always felt he kept me a bit in a loop. That bit of communication was not only by phone, but on nowadays WhatsApp, text messages, emails. And if I couldn't reach him, someone else was taking over, whether it was from the main office or anyone else, another colleague. So with that, it's helpful to when you are in a transition between trying to move from one place to the other. The communication for me is very important, so you know exactly where you can expect. For me, the trust bit is to be very, very transparent, and to really, and you can feel that in communication mostly, to answer my question honestly. And if you don't know, you don't know. And I felt he was doing the best he could. He was always letting me know, we tried this, but it might not work, or we have to look at from this angle, or I'll come back to you. And he did so. So the trust is in the process of the communication, and coming back, being transparent was for me the bit that I really, really liked about Vince. I looked at other agents, rather there was other properties connected to other agents, but I felt that the reason why I probably went more with Martin Jarrah compared to the other agents was, again, the communication style, and that they were able to look into ways of helping me actually be able to rent a property, especially in the current rental market, which felt I was not one of the many people trying to rent something. It's again that human touch, I suppose. Corporate efficiency with the personal touch is indeed exactly what probably makes them stand out more so. Without you as a potential tenant, and in my case tenant, feeling one of the many, they looked at my personal situation, they understood where I was coming from, what I needed, and also from the other side for the landlord. So they were really trying to be the good middleman in that way. So for me, there was a lot of efficiency on the background, so especially the later processes of renting, and kept that communication line open with the understanding of what I needed, or when I was able to provide all the official documents. That's a very good example. They were very helpful, very helpful. They believed that I would be a good tenant, and they conveyed that message to the landlord as well. and them being maybe quite local, they understood how that would match. So therefore, there was everything done for everyone involved to make it a good outcome, to get a good outcome, which was in that case happening. The 3 things that impressed me the most was communication, the personal touch with the corporate efficiency, and the follow-ups. What I did beyond just transactional, I'd say the little things that count when viewing is to understand the situation of the tenant, in my case, and Vince specifically during the viewing was giving me a break, looking after the children, whilst I was trying to view the property with the chaotic family life, but understanding from his own personal experience, which he was able to really well incorporate, was to give me time to actually view it. The other thing that Vince did, going above and beyond, is during the process of the referencing, which is for every tenant a rather lengthy / stressful process, is that he kept continuously in contact with me, and if not him, there was someone from the team that did so, and he'd always come back to me and inform me with other alternatives, which was for me very helpful. And I think that is going above and beyond, because they can easily go another route. The reason why I'm doing this testimonial for Vince is because he was from the start extremely helpful to me and for my family to be able to secure a property that we really wanted to be in. And I feel that this way I give him back a thank you, because I do feel he's really nice to work with, and the team he's working within, and the company he's working within, I feel they just need to know, and I highly recommend them amongst my friends and family within the area. So therefore, yes, that's why I did the testimonial.